you!
I wish I knew! What the fuck just happened?
I don't know! No one knows!
Welcome to episode 5 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The
Or
most
the-
confusing episode so far.
As what I like to call it, the AOS vlogs.
AOS vlogs, there we go. Okay, so
Anyway.
I believe we start off in China.
Yes, China.
And there's this guy who's doing some magic tricks, and it turns out he creates fire with his hand, and it turns out that's actually a superpower of his. And then a woman in a flowery dress comes in and says, okay, we can make your powers even bigger, and he gets abducted by guys in suits that, you know, didn't think to, you know...
Make them stab-proof, just fire-proof.
You know.
Our suits! They are no match for his scissors!
Then we jump over to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where they're like...
Ward and Sky are essentially...
playing Battleship.
Pretty much.
Playing Battleship.
Is even Fetternagon. G4. Say it. Come on, say it. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker! Say it!
You sank my battleship.
Oh, we've also found out that him and Melinda May had a thing in the past.
Melinda May's like, how about we go down to the training room, to the mats, like old times? And me and Tom went, you had our curiosity. Now you have our attention.
Indeed.
I don't know if it will, but it'd be interesting to see if that goes somewhere.
Definitely.
They're going to research this, and while they're there, they uncover that the rising tide is back in the action, and there's this old guy that Sky used to hang around with, and they have to try and get... When they're trying to chase this guy Miles through the streets, and they're like trying to catch him, and then he's in his... And Coulson's like chasing him like a car drive. Tom showed me the other day a trailer for this game called Watchdog.
About a young man called Ian Pierce who has pretty much the ability to nearly hack anything with just his smartphone.
Exactly. And then so while Coulson's chasing him, I was like, man, where's that Watchdogs guy when you need him? And then he goes ahead and stops the traffic lights. I was like, what did I say? What did I just say?
You needed a telephone. Because you fucking called it!
To me, we have the highlight of the episode, which is seeing Sky in her skivvies.
You shallow son of a bitch.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay,
Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, they are pretty nice.
Thank you. Something dropped. Oh no, my cake! Melinda May like followed her, and then we see it, and then it's like, oh my god, you betrayed the team. You slept with this.
No, it was just brilliant. Now help me find my top. There you go.
Get dressed. And then we move on, and then we find out that Centipede are back with their extremist, super soldier, gamma hybrid soldiers.
And essentially they want this guy. We're going to call him Scorch, because that's the name given to him. I thought it was going to be Scorch.
Really, I wanted to call him Fred.
Fred is an intimidating name. They essentially want Scorch.
The platelets in his blood mean that he doesn't. When he starts to flame, he doesn't set on fire himself, and they take that out of him so that when he actually uses powers, he burns, and then he's like, you know, he starts to look like Firefly, you know, from my cake keeps falling. Oh my god, where's my cake gone? No! Oh my god!
We'll be right back.
I'm very protective of my cake.
Put the cake down. Cake whore.
No one's ever called me a cake whore before.
Well, you are.
I didn't say it wasn't true. A fantastic reference, a continuation from Iron Man. Coulson has the little device from Iron Man that he sticks on the door and blows it up. He even turns around and does the cross-arm things and wait for it to blow.
But before he does it, he just goes like, I love this.
It's like, yeah! They bust in and they find the guy who's taped down and they're like, oh, they're going to rescue this guy. Then he turns around and, you know, uses his fire to burn a hole through the Hong Kong S.H.I.E.L.D. agent's chest. Then goes after Coulson, and him and Melinda May are talking in Chinese and saying, you know, this isn't... They have this proper argument, like this discussion saying, you know, saying stop this, and he's like saying, there's no way I can stop, nothing will change. And then she looks over at Coulson. Chinese,
and then Coulson just, so we're good, right? we were
absolutely in stitches.
I'm glad they brought in a new character again, like the young man from the first episode. I've completely forgotten that character's name. I apologize.
I only know that it's T. August Richards. Okay,
got it right. But essentially, and I like that it's bringing in new blood.
Happens to the Scorch character at the end. It's quite sad from Coulson's point of view because he does actually die, and obviously they inject him with some kind of serum that causes him to explode like the extremist failures did. And then at the end, you know, Coulson's shaken by this, and Ward's saying, well, you know, you can't save people from themselves.
You can if you get there early enough.
Yeah.
Which is just fantastic.
Again, because Coulson, unfortunately, a lot of the times in these ones, it's resulted with Coulson actually having to go to lethal extremes to stop the bad guys. But it's nice to see that he still wants to find a better way. Sometimes
again,
he's had to, but he still wants to find a better way.
But I think that's the cynic in me that likes it. 'Cause I love that it's not always a happy ending. It's not always walking away and the day is saved. Sometimes it's not that cut and dry.
I always want a happy ending. Damn you, Disney!
Doctor from the first episode, the red-haired one.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Fatality.
The guy just puts his hands on the ground, lets a trail of fire, creates a spiral that catches her, and just incinerates her. I was there thinking, oh!
That was insane. Like, it shows how much balls the creators of this show has.
Well, I'm kind of glad they're taking off the kiddie gloves.
The massive character point of this is Skye. She finally gets found out. Not entirely, but Coulson finally clicks with the fact that he's hiding something. And the end of it is just fantastic when Coulson brings her in. All the shield team's like, we know you've done something, so we're not going to say anything to you. So she sits there and tries him. Coulson's like, stop it! It basically goes, cut the crap. Tell me, this, and he properly lays into her, and I'm just like, yes, Coulson, because Coulson trusted her. He's like, I went with my gut, I trusted her.
Also, it shows that he's human. He is still human. I mean, he does have feelings, and when he puts his faith in someone and they essentially just backstab him, it's good to see him get pissed. We need to see that a bit from him.
He doesn't just take his ball and go home. He actually gets pissed off.
She shows Coulson the DAT card, and it leads to like photos, briefings, but the main thing, it leads to a sheet of SHIELD agent paper, blacked out in ink galore. And this is the thing. Coulson sees it. He doesn't even flinch. Like, he's not surprised to see this paper. And that just tells me he's seen something. I mean, sure, this is a guy who's trained to lie, who's, like, seen green giants and thunder gods.
And who had an Asgardian scepter go through his heart.
Yeah, that comes up. But the thing is, he didn't even blink. Like, he was almost ready for it. Like, he was expecting the worst, and I think the worst pretty much hit. So I really want to know where this is going.
Yeah, she was saying, like, I want to find it, and then Coulson actually said, you're not going to like what you find. So he definitely knows something. What he knows, we don't know. But, yeah, like I say, it's going to be strange. It'll be interesting to see where he goes with this, and if he actually does help her, or if he intentionally, maybe leads her in the wrong direction or something. The dynamic between Skye and Ward took a pretty big hit in this, because you could see they were kind of developing a trust, they were developing a rapport, and from this, Ward is obviously like, she lied to me, so it looks as though he's just going to be like, well, I'm done. Because at the end she actually says, Coulson wants to meet with meetings, and you're my trainer. Maybe do you want to come in with me? And he's like,
I'm off the clock. All right, we will finally talk about the part that got us in an absolute mind confusion. We don't eat right.
I don't even know the word, so you're gonna have to take it.
Right. Essentially, what happens is the woman in flowers is essentially what I can only describe as like a glass visiting room, essentially, where you got like one prisoner on one side and her on the other. And they're essentially just talking about phase 2 of the extremists, that they've managed to stop the exploding problem, and now that he wants their help. And what was it? They were talking about something. You guys probably know what it is, but that it does not like to be touched. And I'm just there thinking,
it's a long word. We know that.
We know that, but life is we can't remember what it is. We'll probably tell you next week. But the thing is, and we're just there thinking, the hell was that?
Yes, who is he? What are they talking about? What kind of relationship do they have? And then it was like, at the end he goes, I like your dress, and she goes, I know. Does that mean something? Does that have some importance?
Were they lovers? Are they father and daughter?
Are they brother and sister? Like, what is this? I was just so confused. You were confused. Yeah. We're all confused. But I'm sure that even the TV screen it was being shown on was confused.
I bet even the actors were going, the hell?
What am I reading? This is the point where I'm genuinely like, what is going to happen next? Because I remember last week when I was saying it took a bit, it like didn't take as many risks. This time they took way more risk, and that made it much more exciting for both of us, to the point where like we're so on the edge of our seat with what they're seeing, but we have no idea what's going to happen next, because they led us in one direction and then said, whoa,
Careful.
It's not going to break this time. Now it's like, oh, Now we have to watch it to find out what's
Yeah.
going to happen. So yeah, we'll be back next week. We're going to find out exactly what this is all about. We'll see you again soon. We'll be back again next week. Peace out.
Auf Wiedersehen.
I'm going to go play Arkham Origins. I'm Batman.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in Nerdgasm over the Captain America trailer in 3, 2, 1.
Kick. Boom.